Hello, my name is Elena, and today I want to share with you some statistics about crowdfunding. In general, throughout this course, we will be sharing a lot of numbers with you. We believe that understanding a bigger picture by looking at numbers and statistics helps all of us to make more informed decisions. In crowdfunding, as in any other industry, making decisions based on your gut feelings and common sense helps only if you've already built this kind of intuition by previously studying related to your field statistics and making analysis and observations. In this section of the course, we will share with you general statistics related to crowdfunding industry as a whole. Then we will look also at the US numbers. But to make this section more practical and relevant to us, we will spend a bit of time analyzing specific campaign statistics aggregated from one of the leading crowdfunding platforms, Kickstarter. Additionally, I want to show you interesting results on several campaign parameters such as mean donation, most popular donation level, duration of the campaign, and few others that should help you as future campaigners engineer your campaign in a smarter way. So let's go. Last year, entrepreneurs used crowdfunding to raise more than $5 billion across all types of crowdfunding platforms worldwide. More than 70% of these funds was raised in the US. This is an increase by more than 80% since 2012. As of last year, there were more than 800 platforms of all crowdfunding types. As you can see, the market is booming and continue to accelerate. Now, as I mentioned before, we are going to look closer at statistics from Kickstarter. Altogether, since Kickstarter was founded in April of 2009, more than 138,000 campaigns have been launched and more than $1 billion have been successfully raised on the platform. Despite the growing number of launched campaigns, the success rate stays pretty much the same, hovering around 43%. Almost 6 million individual backers have supported at least one campaign, which results in an impressive average donation of $177 per backer. There are 13 different categories that have become common on Kickstarter. You can see them on the bottom. On next few slides, we will be looking at statistics by individual category to give you a more detailed picture. The number of campaigns launched under each category varies significantly. Considering Kickstarter positions itself as a platform for creative projects and the artists, designers, and creative people who make them, more campaigns are launched to fund films, music, and books. As you can easily calculate, top 3 categories by number of launched projects constitute around 60%. However, when we look at dollars raised, we will notice a different picture. Games, films, and design are 3 leading categories that add up to, again, around 60% of all funds raised on Kickstarter. On this slide, pay attention to how an average amount of dollars raised per a successful campaign in each category, represented by bars with numbers on the left, corresponds to this category's overall success rate, represented by a line with numbers on the right. Obviously, the higher the stake, the lower the chance to reach it. 2 illustrative examples I want to share with you are technology and dance. You can raise a respectful $80,000 per a technology campaign, Here we go. But your chance to achieve this goal are merely 35%. Or you can ask for much less, such as $400,500 in dance category, but be almost sure that you will get it. When we look at the average number of backers per campaign in each category, some of us will be surprised by how many more backers supported every game campaign versus campaigns in other categories. More than 1,000 backers on average. Probably those of you actually who do play games take this fact quite naturally. A campaign that has attracted a record number of backers so far is of course the Veronica Mars movie. More than 90,000 people supported this project last year. This is an interesting statistics that shows a spread of financial goals among 6 ranges here on the bottom. As it is obvious, the majority of successful campaigns, 63%, raised between $1,000 and $10,000. 58 outliers on the right raised more than $1 million. Almost all of them are either in games or technology. This is a sad statistics of failure. 93% of all unsuccessful campaigns on Kickstarter raised no more than 40% of their goals. At that, 70% received no single pledge. To me, it's a good evidence of the fact that just creating a campaign page and uploading it on a crowdfunding platform, even on a leading one such as a Kickstarter, is not going to generate any funds for your campaign unless you do all the hard work of activating your network and working with this before and after the launch. Campaign duration versus success rate. There might be an intuitive expectation that the longer your campaign lasts, the higher the probability you have to achieve your funding goal. It turns out to be not true. In real life, at least according to Kickstarter's data, campaign duration and success rate correlate negatively, as you can see on this graph. On this graph, bubbles represent a number of campaigns that lasted for a certain number of days. Say that orange bubble lasts all campaigns that lasted for 30 days. And the color represents the level of successfulness. So you can see that the longer a campaign lasts, the more red bubbles we have. One of the explanations here is that having a shorter campaign, you can create a sense of urgency, and people don't want to miss. If they do like your project, your idea, they don't want to miss it. If your project lasts longer, there is a sense that they have time, and by the end of this they will forget. But to me, the key explanation is actually even simpler. Your campaign success doesn't depend on number of days you keep your campaign live, but rather on your crowd readiness to support you. If you prepare your tribe before the launch, one day may be what you need to raise all the funds you want. There are 2 simple bar graphs to show you statistics by different reward levels. Rewards at prices level 100, somewhere here. Oh no, that's here. No. Pause. These are 2 simple bar graphs to show you statistics by different reward levels. Rewards at price level 100 naturally contribute most to the overall dollars raised, while rewards at price level 25 here prove to be most popular among backers. And one more interesting graph for you. This is what we called 90% rule. This graph shows how your chances to hit your goal depend on an amount of money you've already raised. For example, if you reached 30% of your goal, then your overall chances to reach your final goal is getting pretty high, close to 90%. In practical terms, it means that if you engage your first supporters like family, friends, ambassadors before you launch your campaign and secure the deal with them they will donate once you launch, you increase your chance to run a successful campaign even before you actually launch. Throughout the course, we will be referring to this statistics as 30% rule, which states that if you raise 30% of your goal within first 3 days of your campaign, you have 90% of chance to achieve your overall goal. Okay. This graph shows how your chance to hit your goal depend on an amount of money you already raised. For example, if you reach 30% of your goal, then your overall chance to reach your final goal is getting pretty high, close to 90%. In practical terms, it means that if you engage your first supporters like family, friends, ambassadors before you launch your campaign and secure the deal with them that they will donate once you launch, you increase your chance to run a successful campaign even before you actually launch. Throughout the course, we will be referring to this statistics as 30% rule, which states that if you raise 30% of your goal within first 3 days of your campaign, you have 90% of chance to achieve your overall goal. That's it for today, and we will talk next time.